Hello fellow coders, welcome back to another engaging episode of CodeMaster Quest. Today we are going to have a journey into the world of binary search trees. And our mission is to check whether a given binary tree is a BSC. Looks interesting, right? So let's jump right in and find the question description in LeetCode. Here's the problem statement. Given the root of binary tree, determine if it's a valid BSC or not. And a valid BSC is defined as follows. The left subtree of node contains only nodes with keys less than the nodes key, and the right subtree of node contain only nodes with keys greater than the nodes key. And both the left and right subtree must be also a binary search tree. So if you look at the example 1, 1 is less than 2 and 3 is greater than 2. So this is a valid BSC, right? So we expect to return true from the function. But here for the example number 2, since the 4 is less than 5 and it's on the right hand side, we expect to return false, right? So to solve this problem, let's come back to the Visual Studio Code and try to implement it. To solve this question, we need to have the function signature. So let's come back to the LeetCode, copy the function signature. But before coming back to the Visual Studio Code, let me mention one observation. As you can see, based on the question description, the left subtree of a node contains only nodes with keys less than the nodes key, right? So the nodes key is the maximum value for the left subtree, right? And for the right subtree, the nodes key is the minimum value. Based on this observation, let me come back to the Visual Studio Code, paste my function signature, and let's define a helper function. Helper, we are going to have the root, again, 3 node, optional, and I want to have 2 parameters here as well, minimum and maximum. Min, optional int, and max, optional int. And at the end, let's return boolean. Alright, so as the first job, I want to unwrap the root. So let's say if let node equal to root. Otherwise, we want to return true because it is a valid BSC, right? So for the node, I want to check whether the node value is less than or equal to minimum or not. And same thing for the maximum value. So let's say if let min equal to min and node.val is less than or equal to minimum, then this is not a valid BSC. So let's return false in this case. Same thing for maximum, else if let max equal to max to unwrap the maximum, and node.val is greater than or equal to max, then we should return false because it is not a valid BSC again. And for the else clause, we need to check the same thing for the left subtree and right subtree, right? So let's say return helper node.left. The minimum is going to be same, but the maximum is going to be the node value, right? So node.val. And same thing for the right subtree. Helper node.right. Minimum is going to be updated, so let's say node.val, and maximum is going to be same, right? And to check whether a binary tree is a valid BSC, I need to call the helper function. So let's say helper root, and maximum and minimum is going to be nil at the beginning, right? So let's say nil and nil. So to check whether our solution is working, let's come back to the Visual Studio Code and submit it to LeetCode. Let's submit our solution. And there we go. Here's the solution for this question. Thank you, everyone.